That's a nice start. Damn. Love that sound. Oh, the car just cut out. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nams. Welcome to part 4 of the CLS AMG video. If you remember from part 3, we had started the engine up and we had a misfire and a coolant leak from the flange. We sorted the misfire out in the last video, and then we were just waiting for the parts to come to sort out the coolant leak. That's all been sorted now. I pulled the car out of the workshop, I've cleared all the codes. I'm going to start the car up in a bit and show you how it's running. This video is going to be in 3 parts. 1, the test drive. 2, the car wash, which is really overdue. And 3, a breakdown on costs, on how much it cost me to rebuild this engine back up and get it to where it is right now. If you remember from part 1, the engine was completely dead and it was seized. Come a long way from there now. The car's running. You just have to confirm with the test drive how good it's running now, right? I'm sure you guys are looking forward to every part of this video, so stay tuned and enjoy. Just look at the condition of that car. That is mad. Look at that. 4 months. It's parked up, gathering dust and dirt. Now it's ready to hit the roads. I love the look of this car though. It looks so nice. Here you go, guys. The 5.5 litre V8 twin turbo power plant, looking nice and clean. We got a little valet of the engine bay and it is looking mint. If you remember in the last video on part 3, we had a coolant leak at the back with the flange and all the coolant was coming out. That's been sorted now. We've changed that, started back up and also cleared the engine light. Why don't we start this car up now and let's see how the dashboard is looking. Alright guys, so why don't we jump in and do what you guys want to see. That is start up the car. Alright, let's go. That's a nice start. And there you have it, guys. The CLS 63 AMG with a clean dashboard. No engine management lights, no coolant lights. Everything's spot on, got some more fuel in it now. And I think now is the interesting part. Go for a test drive. Let's go. Oh, it goes to second gear by default. I don't know why that is. Anyway, let's go for a drive. Wow. Right, so remember guys, this is a fresh rebuild. We cannot go too high into the rev range. We've got to keep it low and let the car bed in properly. All I'm trying to do is making sure that the engine is running smoothly and correct as it should, and it's boosting properly as well. So let's check the boost. Oops, seat belt, let's get that on. So yeah, let's head out on the dual carriageway and stretch my legs a little bit, see how she drives. Beautiful looking car. Look at the interior, look at these. It needs a little wash for sure. Damn, that pulls. We're not going to push the car any harder than that. It's a fresh build, let's keep it that way until the car beds in. Do about 500 miles, then do an oil change on it. So I've checked the boost, checked the idle, I've checked for any misfiring stuff. Test drive has gone pretty well, to be honest. So it's safe to say that this car is pretty much ready for sale. About that, I'll go into the full details on that pretty soon. If any of you are interested in buying it, I'll give you the full details on it at the end of this video. I'm sure some of you guys are definitely going to be interested in buying this vehicle. It's an absolute beauty. Very nice colour, nice spec, amazing wheels from Mohana. Can't go wrong, can you? 5.5 litre V8 and low mileage as well. And you've got a freshly built engine, which gives you peace of mind on it too. Damn. Love that sound. So I've just pulled back in the workshop. Car's driving absolutely amazing. So hear that V8 and the twin turbo spooling up. Sounds amazing. Oh, the car just cut out. But guess what? It's only the eco mode. That's all it is. If I press my gas again, there you go, car starts back up. Can you guys believe it? This car is a 5.5 litre V8 twin turbo and these guys decided to put eco mode in it. You really think that's gonna make a difference on this engine? Not at all, not at all. I'll just keep that button switched off like that. Can't be asked to have the car switch on and off so many times. It doesn't make sense. Just hear the sound of this. Let's put it in Sports Plus and hear the sound of this beast. Wow, sounds good. Obviously, I'm not gonna rev the hell out of it. Fresh build, let's just keep it nice and low. Gotta show you guys the sound, don't I? Sounds amazing. Yeah guys, I've just test driven the car. I'm very happy with it. It's driving amazingly, no issues whatsoever. The idle is absolutely perfect. There's only two things I need to do now. I need to get this car washed tomorrow, and then I'm going to give you guys a breakdown on how much I spent on getting this car to where it is right now, as it did come as a non-runner on part one. If you saw part one, you'd see that the car came in as a non-runner and the engine was completely seized. It's going to be an interesting one, so look forward to that. And just like that, the CLS 63 AMG is now washed and looking 10-10. Just look at that beast of a car. It's had some rough times the last few months, but it's now back on road, driving beautifully and looking amazing at the same time. So with this car, as you guys know, what I do is I buy these as non-runners, fix them up and put them for sale. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this car. But the most interesting part is how much did I purchase the car for, what it cost me, as I said before. So let's jump in and let's give you guys a big breakdown of how much this car cost me to get it to where it is right now. Alright then, let's do this. The interesting part. How much did I buy the car for? I've got all the paperwork here. So I bought it from auction for £16,000. The hammer price went just below that, and it didn't hit reserve, so they had to give me a call saying, do you want the car for 16,000? Of course, yes, I committed myself to the car at 16,000, and so I said, yeah, go ahead. So with deliveries and fees, it came up to £16,600, and that's the car in the state that I bought it in, which was in non-runner form. So moving on, obviously after we stripped the engine down, we know what parts we needed. We needed a crankshaft, being the biggest part here, at £1,500. Timing chain kits, all from Mercedes genuine, came up to £1,650 altogether. Needed the engine bearings, £320 altogether. Water pump, oil cooler, £405. The battery was completely dead, so £140 for that. We had to line home the block at £450, and then the coolant flange at £40. I think that's everything. If I miss anything, let me know, but that's from what I can see. And oh yes, starter motor, £60 for the starter motor. And of course the interesting part, labour. How long did that take and how much did that cost? It took us a total, I'd say, of 7 days to strip and rebuild the engine in total. I know it's been 4 months, but in terms of actually touching the engine and stripping it or whatever, it took us 7 whole days. Now obviously I own Boost Performance, so for me it's all cost price. I'll let you guys decide how much the labour cost me. I'm not going to exactly tell you what wages I pay now, am I? If I tell you the cost of labour for 7 days, you'd know the cost of the wages. So let's leave that to you guys to work out. £500, £1,000, £1,500, £2,000. You decide. So what's the total of all that? £21,165, including the cost of the car. How much does this car retail at? See, that's the annoying thing. When I purchased this originally, 4 months ago, the retail value was £35,000. Right now, it's £31,000. So it's dropped about £4,000 in the last few months just by sitting there. Profit-wise, let's work that out. So if I was to list the car right now at £31,000 and I get that for it, that's the profit margin. Oh, I think the camera switched around, but I'll just read it out to you. That's £9,835. It's a fair bit of profit there, but I'll tell you what, if you buy non-runners and you own a workshop, the chances are you're going to make a nice bit of margin in it. For most people though, they obviously don't have a garage. They will probably buy the car and take the risk. I'll tell you what though, 8 out of 10 times you'll be lucky, and you will still make a good deal of margin even if you don't have a workshop and still have to pay full rate of labor. Now for any one of you that are interested in buying this car off me, you can, and I can also offer you finance if required through my company Sterling Motor Group. You guys already know about Boost Performance, but I haven't really said anything about Sterling Motor Group yet. In short, it's SMG, and any sort of cars that I buy and sell go through that company. But I'll quickly tell you what we guys do. I can source cars for you. I buy cars. So for example, if there's a car you want to get rid of, you know, you have no luck of selling it, get in touch. I will buy the car off you. And of course, I buy and sell my own stock. I can offer finance in-house if required. This particular vehicle I'm selling for £31,000, cash or finance, up to you. Get in touch, let's do a deal. It's a 14 plate car, 46,000 miles on the clock. Very nice. The outside is painted in diamond white. Got Rohana wheels from America. They're not cheap as well, they're pretty expensive, and looks very, very good. It sets the car off very nicely. It's got a sunroof, which obviously comes as standard. And in general, just a beautiful looking car. I mean, just look at it. The arches, it's very unique looking, the shape and everything like that. I really do love this car. But it's all business for me. For me, it's all about the flips. So I gotta get one in, fix it and sell it. This is just a side hustle. The main source of business is, of course, buying and selling cars that are running. You don't really want to get stuck with cars that break down. This is actually more for fun and doing YouTube. I actually enjoy buying cars like this and selling it. It's a mad vibe being able to do that. But yeah guys, other than that, I think it's pretty much a wrap on this video. It's no point of making more parts like some people do, like 10 parts to one video. We're done at this point. Car's fixed, looking mint, washed, ready to go. Interesting fact, the Range Rover that I did a few months ago, I put that up and I let you guys know on YouTube that it's up for sale, and I had at least a few inquiries about that, and the person who bought it at the end was one of my viewers, which is amazing. Who'd guess you'd get a sale out of it too? It's mad. So that's why I love YouTube. You guys keep up the support. It's going very far. We're currently on 40k subscribers, and that is amazing. So I think I'm going to sign out here, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. Like this video, drop me a comment, give me a follow on my Insta, nams_boost, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.